Hi everyone, in this video we are going to design rdlc report. I'll be telling you how to add a header, how to add a footer, you can add your logo, your company logo, and how to design your report effectively. So this is what the overall idea. I have already created the report extension. Okay, AL code. I have already created the report extension AL code here, so you can find it. So I have extended the customer top 10 list report. So this is a base object. Okay, so you can only extend, so you can see where it is. You can just go to the reports in the object designer, and if you type customer, it will show you that you have already customer top 10 list is a base object. Okay, this is a base application which is provided to us by Microsoft itself. So I have already extended it. Okay, and what I am going to do is I'm just going to show you how to design the RDL report, RDL layout. So just right click here. Okay, you have a customer report and click open externally. If you want to know about what is report, you can go to the playlist. Okay, so if you want to know about reports, or even if you are new to Business Central, you can check this playlist. It is available in Gomes Tech Docs channel. In that you have a Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central playlist where I have uploaded various videos for report, basics of report. So here you can see report in Business Central, Excel report, rdlc report, everything will be there, and how to extend the report. Okay, report extension. So I've discussed various topics under this playlist, so you can check this. Okay, so once if you click if you right click and click here open externally, so you will be provided your rdlc, that is report builder, will be opened. Okay, so keep in mind that for this your report builder should be already installed in your system. Okay, so go and check whether your report builder is already installed. So if you want to know about that, you can check the video how to download and install report builder. So let us see here. So you can see on the top. Okay, first the basic understanding is what you can see on the top, that you have, this is what our name of the report. Okay, and the left side is what the report data. Okay, here you can see what all the data set. If you want to import any data, then you can do it, or else the date, because we have already connected with BC, so these data, that BC data will be available in the data set. Okay, on the top you can see few menus. So this is the file menu. We are in the file menu. And home, sorry, this is a file menu, home, so we are in the home menu. Insert and view, I'll be showing you all these things, don't worry. And this is all about row groups, and this is the column group. And if you wanted to increase the, that is if you want to zoom in or zoom out, you can zoom in and zoom out. Okay, so you should, don't worry about all these things. Let us see one by one. So if you go to the file, you can see if you want to open a new report, or if you want to save, if you want to publish, all these things you can do it. And in the home you can see if you want to run the report, you can run it, but because since this is connected with BC, so you cannot run and see now. And these things are disabled because we haven't added any data into our report. Okay, this is a canvas, we haven't added anything. And this is the insert. So in insert you can see various options, right? So report paths. So these three you can see, this is a data regions. Okay, which is displayed in the paginated report data in cell that are organized into rows and columns. So if you wanted to organize your data into rows and columns, then you can use these three, any one of these three options, or the combination of these options based on your expectations. So table, matrix, and list. And here you can see this is a data visualization. So these are used for data visualization. And this is a report item. So if you wanted to add anything into your report, you can add the text box, everything. This is related to sub reports. If you want to create a sub report, you can do it. And these are all the header and footer components. So if you wanted to add any of this, you have to come, you have to select this insert. Okay, so you can see that this is the thing. And the last one, let us see, last is the view. So for the view, you can see if you wanted how your environment should look like. For example, if I am just, this is already checked, right? If I disable this, you cannot see the report data. If I enable this, you can see the report data. Okay, grouping. If you don't want the row and column groups, then you can simply disable it. If you want to see the parameters, you can enable and disable. If you want to see the properties of your of for your report, you can enable it. And ruler, this is what the ruler. Okay, so if you wanted to disable this ruler as well, then you can disable this ruler. Okay, got it. So these are all the basic thing. So here let us just start adding a table or a matrix. Okay, which one to decide? So basically table and matrix, okay, have a tabular layout and their data comes from a single data set. Okay, the main difference between table and matrices is that table can include only row groups, whereas matrices have row groups and column groups. Okay, so here you can see this has a cross tab, like on seeing this image itself, you can see you can row group and a column group, which is a cross tab, and this is only having a row group. That is a main difference. Okay, so don't worry about all these things. So let us start with simply adding a table matrix. Okay, so you can click here, insert table. I have just clicked here, insert table. Okay, and you can just drag and drop it. Okay, so here you can see that it is added along with the three rows, right? So here you can see this is a header and this is a data. So whatever you are dragging it from the report data, so report data is what the left side. Okay, whenever I address like report data, you have to look here. Okay, whenever I address like properties, you have to look to the right side. Okay, header data. So you can see the connected data, that is the data from the business central. Here if you expand data set, you can see the relevant data, okay, which are there in the customer top 10 list report. Got it. So whatever you wanted to insert, you can insert it. Insert that in a very simple way, just drag and drop it. Okay, it will be added. Got it. Or else you can also, there will be another option here. If you just move your cursor to the data, you can see a small icon on the right side. So you can simply click here, so you can see all the options available in the business central. You can connect it through this. Okay, that is also possible here. Okay, so you can see this company name, number of customers. If you wanted to add name of the customers, what else you want, like net weight, so whatever you want, you can just add. Okay, so now what you can think like, now I wanted to add one more column. So what you can do, you have two options: either right click on the top, insert column, right. Okay, you can do like this is also possible. Or else whatever you wanted to add, you can simply drag and drop it there. So if you wanted to show customer charge, show type number, okay, rank according to the show type number, you can drag and drop it here. Okay, okay, so if you drag and drop it, it will be added along with. So both the options are possible. Okay, so now I wanted to add, you can adjust this. Okay, like how you wanted this, you can just adjust this simply. You can just drag and drop everything. Okay, this is the basic thing. So now I wanted to add the header and footer. Where I have to go, you have to go to the insert option. In the insert, you have two options, that is header. Simply click on the header and click add header. You can see here you have an option for the header, adding header. You can adjust this based on your requirement. And this is a footer. If you want to add the footer, you can add it. Even this, you can adjust it based on your requirement. Okay, so now we are going to add what? We are going to add the date on the top right or top left or middle of the footer. Okay, wherever you want, you can add it. But in order to add this in the footer, you want something placeholder, right? You want somewhere to add it. So for that, I'm going to add the text box here. Okay, just click on the text box, drag and drop it. Okay, just drag it. So you can see a text box is available here, and once the text box, your cursor is inside the text box, you can see the properties here, that the properties is all about the text box. Okay, so whatever the changes, if you wanted to do it in the text, for the text box, you can do that. For example, this is my text box, so I want the font color to be in, probably in blue. Okay, okay, I'll have this blue, and your font Arial point should be 12 or 14. Okay, if you wanted to see it, okay, you can see, and you can go here and change this to 14. Okay, 14 point. And what is the style you want? Normal style. If you want the weight, if you want decoration, so whatever you want for the your font. Okay, whether it should be underline or overline or line through, so whatever the decoration you want, you can do it. And this is what the basics for the properties. So you can just explore how what is the alignment you want, whether it should be heading, hanging indent, left indent, right indent, so what it should be, space after and before you wanted to give. So everything which is related to text box, you can go to the properties and see how it is, what it is, and where you have to change. If you want to add the tooltip, you can add it. Okay, all these changes can be done with it for the text box. Okay, this is for the selected text. So now we are going to add the date. Okay, just select the text box. Okay, you can see a four-headed arrow here. Right click on the four-headed arrow, and if you go to the expression, you can see a expression dialog box. Yes, so now in the expression dialog box, you have various partitions. Okay, so this is a expression, so here you can write some formula if you want, expressions if you want, and these are all the categories. So you have a constant. If you have defined any constant, that will be available here. This is a built-in fields, parameters, field, dataset, variables, operators, common functions. And you can see whenever I select any other category, you can see the changes here and here. Okay, so I am going to do the changes. I'm going to select a different one, just see the changes over the item. Okay, so now I'm going to select the data set. You can see that the item, data set, result, these are all the fields which are coming from BC. Okay, and if I click the variables, I don't have any variables in the BC, so it is not showing any variable. Even I haven't created any variable in the reports. If you select the operator, we know all these operators like addition, subtraction, comparison, all these operators are available. Okay, now here we are going to display the today's date. Okay, whenever the person is viewing the report, that particular date should be displayed. So you have to go to the common functions. So if you click on any function, you can see what are all the available functions you have. Okay, since I need today's date, I have to go and look at the date and time. If you just scroll down, you can see today. Okay, so just double click on today and close this parenthesis, because once if you double click, you will be seeing only the open parenthesis, and close it. Why it is showing the open parenthesis? So you can just pass some parameter to the date like this. Okay, they have shown the example for that too. Okay, you can also add like this. So just open and close the parenthesis and click OK. You can see that expr something is showing. It will not show the date here because it is connected with BC. Okay, just see the expression, and since we have changed all these to dark black, dark blue, Arial 14, everything, so it is showing like this. Okay, so if you wanted to do some changes with the border, anything, okay, if you want to change with the border, so you have to go with this. Okay, you have to check here. Okay, number format, how it should be, and everything. Okay, if you don't want the border for the text box, you can go and check here. Okay, so all these things you can try. Got it? Now I'm just going to tell you like what are the other things which we can add. So I have just added the date here. Yes, so now anything, even anything which you want, you can just add it like this. For example, if you want something like your name, if you wanted to add the company name, just take the text box, mm, add it here. You can add the company name. Okay, so if you wanted to do any alignment, just control A. Okay, make it here in the home. You can see that initially it was not enabled, now it is enabled. If you wanted to change based on your company requirements, okay, if it is Times New Roman, which is by default, it will be okay. So how you wanted to change, you can change it. If it is there, it will be available. And if you wanted to change the size, you can change it. Okay, and bold, underline, italic, everything. So whatever the possibility are there, no, you can try that. Okay, so this is how this happens. And if you wanted to give some background color for this header, that is page header, so click on the page header and you can see that your property is changed as the page header. Okay, here you have various property: the border color, if you want to change, border style, border width, border background color, background image. If you want to add the background image, then everything is possible here. So now let us go and change the color. I want the color of green probably. Okay, so you can change it. You can just use any other color if you want. If you want some good colors, okay, if you want to change the colors, click more colors, where else you can see the combination of colors and you can change it. And if you don't want this particular background thing to be happen, then you can check here. Font color is black. Okay, line height, okay, line height, list level, calendar, language, everything you can see here. Okay, action, if you wanted to, if this is actions, we will see this action later. So this is how you can see, you can change this. Okay, um yes, so this is the basic changes. And even for footer, you can click here, footer, go to the background color and change it. Okay, and if you want to change the border color, for example, this border color is black. If I want to change this border color to something else, so here you can change it, the border colors and everything. This might be, sometimes it is visible in your report. So all these properties you can check it here. Okay, even we can change the page footer border color also, as we saw background color, we have to change the background color, right? So let us change it to something which we have chosen. Okay, so more colors, yes. So this is how it looks. Okay, and now if you wanted to add any image, okay, you can go here and click image and then select the image where you want your image to be. So if you want it on the right side, you can. Once if you take off your cursor, your hand from your mobile, from your mouse, definitely it will show you this dialog box. Okay, that is a page property. So the page property dialog box, you can see the name of the image. Okay, you can probably give the name of the image here. What is the name, like logo, something else? This will not be reflected anywhere. If you want to give the tooltip, you can do it, and what image you wanted to use, so you can select the image. So click here, import. Okay, so once you click import, right, so you will be it will show you a dialog box to open the image. Okay, just I'm going to select this image, click the image and click open. Okay, so you can see that the image is here. So if you want to change the size, you have the options. If you want the original size, or if you want to fit to the size, fit to the proportion, or if you want to clip the size, so whatever, you can just select here. And visibility, show, hide, or anything based on the expression. Action we will discuss, and border, how it should look like. So just click here, general, click OK. You can see that your image is available here. You can see the border color, you can change the border color, border style, border width, and name. Okay, these are all no issues. Other than that, you have various options here on the right side. So this is how we can add the images to your to your report. Okay, so I have added the images to my report. Now I can see, like how we can add some, what to say, like rows or columns to the report. Before that, let us see how it is reflected. Okay, so let me save this report. Okay, so we are going to see how it is how it is displayed on the report, whether we are getting the logo, whether this expression is showed, everything. Okay, let me change this expression font color to white so that it will be some more visible. So I'm just changing it to white. Okay, so let us see how it is looking like. I have just saved the report. Just save it and close it. Okay, so you have to save it. You have to go to the go to your report extension, whatever you have created, and then you have to change the launch id to 1111, because we already saw that the object id for customer top 10 list is 1111. Okay, once it is done, you can just control and F5 if you wanted to execute without debugging it. Okay,